to another episode of the Truth Podcast, where we share real life experiences that set people free. Hey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely share, especially with somebody that this podcast can really be a blessing to. Today, our guest is Dane Miller. He's a former Section 5 star out of Rush, Henrietta. Best school on the planet, honestly. Graduated from Rutgers University, right? Okay. And played professional basketball abroad and even in the States. So we'll get into that a little bit. I want to thank you for being on my podcast. I truly appreciate you. Can you tell me where you are originally from?
I was born in Southside Jamaica, Queens. Then my mom moved to Harlem on Lanks Avenue, 141st Street with my grandmother. And, we was there for a while. Lived in California for a couple of months. Then we moved back to Harlem. So I should say I'm from Harlem and Rochester.
Okay. So when did you move to Rochester?
Well, we moved in 2001, but we would always go back. I mean, every 4 or 5 days out the week to eventually she was like, nah, we got to actually start school. So I would say 2001, 2002.
So you started school here, what grade?
Sixth, probably fifth, sixth. In Webster, went to
what?
State Road, in Phyllis Village. That's where all the black people lived in Webster, in a little complex. But we lived there, and then I ended up leaving, going into 7th grade. They found out I didn't live in the district anymore. We moved to Henrietta, and I was late an hour every day. So eventually, they sent some people to the house. It was like, I know you don't live here. So that's how I moved to Henrietta.
They sure should have worked that out, because they didn't realize what you were about to become.
No, for sure.
All right. So that's cool. So you went to Rush Henrietta. Who were some of the biggest influences during your high school basketball career at Rush Henrietta? And how did they shape your approach to the game?
Well, that's tough, because living in New York City, I didn't play basketball.
Okay.
It wasn't a thing what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? So my mom and family members, they was outside. So, as a kid, New York City at that time, no curfew, do whatever we wanted, so I didn't pick up sports. So I didn't start playing basketball until I was 14.
Okay.
And that was on, honestly, accident. So I had a couple best friends, Erickson Simmons. He was just always in the paper for Webster Wildcats, so I never seen a kid at that age always in the paper, 20 carries, 130 yards, 5 touchdowns. I'm like, I'll go to school with you, bro. Like, how is that possible?
Yeah.
His older cousin, Cedric Odita, is like one of the best receivers ever at Section 5. So being around them, and then my other best friend, Devon Tucker, he would always beat me one-on-one. So then eventually I was like, all right, man, my friends are successful. Everybody know them. All the girls like them. We go everywhere. Everybody want to take pictures. We're young. So eventually I saw Stephon Marbury play on TV, and I just fell in love with it. Magic Johnson hit the shot against the Celtics, the running hook.
Yeah.
I said, dang, that's fly. I had some stuff going on at home. So I just went outside, and every day I just went outside and just, started playing basketball. So when I got the Rush, I never really saw anybody in Section 5. I never left the house other than my best friend, Eric. I never left my house.
Okay.
So it was basically like Earl Monroe highlights, ESPN Classic, Stephon Marbury, Magic Johnson. Those are the people I sat back I want to play basketball. And that was the time LeBron was in high school at Carmelo. That was at Syracuse. So that's what made me want to play.
So you kind of came to the school with what you had, what you brought to the table. Nobody kind of developed it.
Nah. So I played CYO for Webster North Coast. It was a travel league, and I went to, once again, my best friend Erickson and my best friend Warren Meeks.
I know Warren.
Yeah, they
his father's a pastor.
Yep. They asked me one day, yo, it was a team. Let's go try out.
So did you know his 2 brothers that got murdered? Warren?
I know one that was arrested, that was in jail for the whole time with his kids. The other, no, I didn't really know that.
The other one was probably already gone by the time you met him. Yeah. So, yeah.
So, they was like, you want to try out? I'm like, well, I'm not trying out for no basketball, bro. But I'm already outside playing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm like, I don't think I want to play. You know what I mean? So, they was like, man, just come with us one day, one night. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go out there, and the coaches was just like, bro, where are you from? And I'm like, from New York City. And then he's like, how long you been playing basketball? I'm like, this is my first time, really. And then my mom came in. They actually told my mom to come to the gym, but she didn't know why she was coming. My mom's Jamaican. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, I'm not coming to no gym. And where's Dane at? So when she walks in, she sees me and I'm playing. Like I'm full force going. So the coaches are like, you know, you're his mom. She's like, yeah. And she was like, they was like, he said he never played basketball. She's like, I didn't know he played sports. And that was, you know, from there on, I was on hit the ground running.
Wow. So, okay, now you started all 4 years on varsity at Rush?
No. So 7th grade, I played modified. That's when I started being a point guard. Coach Capers.
That's my dude, man.
That's my dog.
Yeah. That's my guy.
He played a big role, just in my confidence.
Yeah. And listen, a lot of people, unless you from Rush, they don't know who he is because he's very, very unassuming. He stays to himself.
Right.
But there's so many kids, especially that look like you and I, can go back and attribute their game and their confidence to Capers too, because he would open the gym on Sundays as well.
Sunday mornings.
Yeah.
Right.
And so, you know, anyway, go ahead. All right.
So, you know, he was my social study teacher. And he was just like, man, you want to play basketball? I'm like, yeah, I'll play. And then we got there. All the kids couldn't run the plays right. You know, it wasn't vocal. He's like, and I did it. He's like, you're my point guard. So that was my first introduction as being a taller kid with the ball. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then he's just, you know, just the stuff he was teaching me as a young adult, as a young man. I never really had that. I mean, I had my goddads and stuff like that, but like I said, they're outside. So he only could teach me so much from being outside.
Yeah. So
he was just teaching me, you know, how to have manners and how to talk to referees and how to smile. And, you know, I'm naturally not a speaker. I'm quiet. So he would tell me that you have to talk. You know what I mean? So went from there to my 8th grade. I leave Rolf and go to Burger. Now, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
You don't like Burger.
Nobody likes Burger.
Nobody like Burger. So I get with my man Eric and a bunch of other guys. It was cool. So I'm like, I'm gonna play
Sorry, Burger.
Yes, apologize. But we get there. I'm in 8th grade. I'm like, I'm probably gonna play freshman at JV. I'm good enough.
And just for people that's watching that don't know, Burger's a middle school. So like you either go to Roth or Burger.
Right.
By the time he gets to school, but when I went to school, Roth
was high school.
And then they sent everybody over to Sperry.
Right.
And turned it into a middle school.
Right. So I get there now with my friends, and I'm already put my head freshman or JV. I'm too good to play modified again. At this point, I'm 6'2", right? 6'2", 215. So I get there with them. I won't say I lost it. It was just, I just felt comfortable because all my friends that live in my complex are down the streets there. So I basically turned my mentality back to New York City. I mean, I ended up getting expelled for 5 months, lit a firecracker on the bus, which was, you know, dumb, but I think it had to happen. So I didn't get to play school ball. So I still played for the Webster team because my mom was like, you know what? You a kid. I can't take you out of basketball and you're good at it. So I didn't play no school ball 8th grade. So I played AAU. And then that's what happened, man. And then it was over after that.
So 9th grade, you played?
I played JV.
JV. Okay, that was the only year you played JV?
Yeah.
So your 10th grade year, was Mandel on the team with you then?
No, Mandel was 7th grader. Yeah, Mandel's played freshman in 7th grade.
Because he was a dog. Yeah.
Once I seen Mandel as a 7th grader, I was like, yeah. Like, he packed the gym out. We were all there watching. I couldn't believe it.
7th grade, he was playing what? JV?
Freshman.
Okay.
Yeah. And he was just
packing the gym out as a freshman.
He was doing whatever he wanted to them kids. And I'm in the crowd like, oh, I can't wait till he get here. Oh, we lit.
Listen, Mandel, I had him. I don't know if you know Portia Gavin.
Yeah.
I had him and Portia Gavin at the club, and I was putting them through drills and working them out. Mandel was tough when he was like 5th grade. Like
everybody say that.
Yeah. And the thing about him is he hated working out.
Even as a adult, I had to pick him up every day to go work out.
Like, don't you just good without working out?
Sure, don't talk. You know what I mean? So, like, stuff like that. Like, so once I saw him play, I just put him under my wing and just like, this is how it's going to go when you get here. Like, you're probably going to be the next one. Like, certain people you could tell.
Yeah.
Because no one did that for me. I mean, so they looked at me as competition. I was already the 9th grader with more scholarship offers than anybody in Section 5. And I was playing JV. I played the whole year JV. I would have more dunks than every varsity games. coaches there watching me.
So by the time the varsity game, it was packed already because people see you play.
See me play.
Yeah.
So I think that's the thing where it was frustrating for me because all the older guys that was already the 11th graders, 12th graders, they didn't give me a hand. Like guys that was, I didn't lift weights in high school. None. I went to college at 195. I mean,
nobody was telling you.
Nobody was telling me nothing. Mm-hmm. It was competition. Because when I already knew the history of everything. I knew the history of y'all teams and East teams and Fairport teams and the Chris Tucks, the Charlottes. Like I wanted that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you look at me walking the gym, I'm 6'4", 6'5". I'm not talking to you. Everything about me says New York City. Everything about me says you gonna understand why I'm the top 9th grader in the country. Right? Mm-hmm. So that intimidated everybody. Even the older guys, that intimidated them. So they wouldn't say anything to me. They wouldn't correct anything. You know what I mean? So I would always go back to Coach Capers, Coach Reed. Yep, man, how do I do this? How do I do that? Mind you, I got guys in the gym that's 11, 12 graders that's going Division II, Division I. That's 20 pounds heavier than me. That's already understand. But I get it.
Go to kingdomandwill.com. It's the ultimate destination for casual and stylish clothing that represents your love for the kingdom. I personally vouch for the exceptional quality and comfort of their apparel. That's why you'll see me wearing their shirts during my podcast episodes. So whether you're looking for everyday wear or want to make a statement, Kingdom and Will has got you covered. Don't forget to use the discount code The Truth for a fantastic 15% off your purchases. Join the kingdom today and embrace your style while representing the kingdom. That's kingdomandwill.com. Who was there before you, or as you kind of transitioned to varsity, that you so it was like Ray Henry? I mean, I'm going too far back?
No, so the best player before me was Calvin Betts.
Okay, yeah.
He's the head coach, not Rush.
But see, he worked like a dog because he was with Tim Jackson all the time.
Yeah,
and
so
Tim Jackson, he made people quit.
Yeah, so even then, like, they didn't really pull me to the side like, yo, this is what you're supposed to do till I got older a little bit. Mm-hmm. Mr. Jackson, senior, I love him. Like, there's events that happened that could literally destroyed my career. Like, without Mr. Jackson, the situation that happened, like, if it wasn't for him having grace as an adult, like, I probably would have never played Division I basketball. I probably wouldn't have made it out.
Wow.
So I owe him. I always tell him, like, I'm indebted. Like, I owe him.
Shout out to Tim Jackson.
Definitely shout out.
Even though we had beef about 10 years.
Yeah, but I mean, that's how he is. But
yeah, but not no real beef. He like me. We like to win.
Yeah, and definitely a competitor.
Yeah,
and I love him because he got sick, had cancer, and he beat it. Like, so to see him now and beating it, and then still the way he treats me. Like, I love that man. Like,
what's crazy is Tim Jackson, he got to be in his 60s.
He looks like he's 30.
Exactly. And he could get on the court and hoop right now.
Yeah, I just was playing with him a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
I had to tell Unc, relax.
He gonna pick you up full court right now.
Yeah, I told Unc, relax. You 60, calm down. Because it's going to get bad for you. You talking to me too crazy. I ain't 19, I ain't 17.
That's him, though. He don't care.
Violate you.
He don't care. If he in a 40 and over league, it's a problem.
It was. Bria, his daughter Bria is like my sister.
Yeah.
She sent me a video. And I said, oh, yeah, he cheating. He know he supposed to be out with these 60, 70-year-olds doing them that bad. He crazy. He run Cobb's Hill.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's my dog.
Man, he coached my daughter, Faith. She was like, I quit.
Yeah, he gonna make you quit.
Yeah. I said, you can't quit. And he seen it. What you talking about? You quit. See you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
He don't get he's underrated. That's what he did for basketball.
Nah, he definitely, he took that Clyde team and did
numbers.
2 or 3 champions in a row before.
But even before that, his AU teams, Emma White. Mm-hmm. I mean, Emma Cannon, Marche White.
She in the league.
Like, he had his whole team in Division I. Like, Joy Lee, who I know from Webster. People don't know she's really good at basketball. Like, the teams he had was unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he used to put them through the grind. They needed to talk to him. Even me. To this day, I can call him right now. Like, I can't even talk to you about something. You know what I mean? So, he's
consistently been like that.
Yeah. He's a required taste. Pause. Like, there's some people that don't like him.
I'm glad you pause yourself. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
But he's definitely a required taste. But that's my God for sure.
Well, no, when you say that, though, I look at it differently. If you a winner You understand the mindset that he has.
He's a winner.
He's a winner.
Right.
And he's going to help you be a winner.
Not just basketball, life.
Life. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And the proof is in the pudding. Just look at his kids as well.
Absolutely.
So, he's an acquired taste because he's not going to coddle you and sugarcoat things. He's there to build a champion as a person on the court and in life.
And it shows in the kids that he had.
Come on. So I think that's why I've never had that problem with him. And I would send my kids with him to work out and everything else because I understood that, because people kind of thought I was a bit of a tyrant, and they'd be telling my kids, if your daddy would just do this, this, and this. Right. But I look at a lot of people that was saying that, and some of their children, they into all kind of stuff. Man, I got 2 school teachers and a banker. So what you talking about? And my guys my young men are sons of gentlemen, like for real.
I love it.
And, I say that to say, we talked off camera where, when they was young and you see me in the gym working them out, you was like, yo, y'all need to appreciate this because everybody don't have this.
Right.
And they was like, I know Tyler for a fact was like, man, whatever.
Yeah, see, for sure. And I think he was the one where I had to pull to the side, like, listen, bro, I understand. You went to school in Wheatland. I understand you have to try to live up to this Boys and Girls Club stuff, but it's bigger than that. Like, mostly us, especially me, kids here don't have a man in here talking about play 50 or you'll play harder or do this and do that or come here and just watch you work out. That's a blessing. Like, my dad's a gangster.
Yeah.
My family members are gangster. So I never really had that. Like, my dad lived 5 hours away. My mom worked nurse, UPS. She grinded. You feel me? So to see that, I always, like Mr. Jackson, I always gravitated that because it's like, that's a beautiful thing. Like, anything can happen that's like this, So I always used to tell Tyler, like, bro, just listen to him. Even if it's annoying, because you used to annoy me. I was like, come on, bro. I'm like, I hear that stuff all the time. But I loved it because you appreciated me. You treated me like your own. So,
Well, the thing about it is, I remember when you was in 10th grade and I came to see you play. And I told my kids, I said, I'm going to take y'all to this game. Next game in a couple of days, I want you to see this young man play. He the next big thing out of Rochester. And it was like, how you know? I said, you could just tell. And the other thing is, it's funny that you brought up Magic Johnson because your court vision was crazy.
Well, I get it from.
It was crazy. And I said, he understands the game. He plays the right way. He gets everybody involved and he knows when it's time to win. Right. That he got to do what he got to do. Right. And I'm sure they probably told you that I used to bring them to the games all the time to watch y'all play. Mm-hmm. But so Calvin Butts, I'm going to go back to that. Calvin Butts. Betts. Who was after him?
Me.
You. And then Mandel came along with you?
He was there for 1 year. And then when I left, it was him and Bradley Williams and Ashton Boyle. That was the 3 that was after me. So Mandel was already there. Brad played JV. And then he got moved up. So when I left, I told him, y'all already know what to do. And then.
So you didn't have no help did you win a title while you were there?
My junior year.
Your junior? Oh, what's up?
Well, man, we got them winners.
Who'd y'all play in the finals?
Hilton. Come on, what we did to them.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, keep that.
That's messed up. But anyway.
We won't keep that.
Yeah, we don't know. How'd they make it? They must have been in the weakest bracket getting to that final.
It don't matter. It wasn't that long. It was quick.
Yeah, took care of it quick. Okay, so I didn't know you had won your junior year because I think Mandel and them have won 1. So he won 1 with you?
With me, and then I think he turned around and won like 2 with Brad and Ashton or something like that.
I know 1 they could have won against Irondequoit, but my boy Ashton.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Ashton. I love you, boy.
But anyway.
Yeah. I love that man.
And we're not going to, he a royal comment. We ain't going to go into that.
Yeah.
So you leave, you go to Rutgers. Why did you select Rutgers?
I just got tired of the process. Like, it was just played out. Like, I'm not big on men kicking other men in the backs in or talking about them. So it got to that. Like, oh man, we heard such and such is recruiting you and you want to go there? He's alcoholic. I'm 17. I don't care if this man's alcoholic. He's recruiting me, So I started a breakfast club at Rush. Every morning we played at 6:30 in the morning. So Coach Reed would pick us up in his little Impala with like 8 of us. And we'll meet up and then we'll play for like an hour. So I told every school, if you want to recruit me, you have to come to at least one. More so not for me, for everybody else. Like, you might see Mandel. 3 years later, you might want to recruit him.
That's crazy.
So,
you know who told me something similar to that? Tony Scott. And when he was playing, he said he was telling them, that they would have to come to see him.
Right.
He said he was thinking the same thing because he played with Terrence.
Right.
And a lot of people, if but Terrence Mitchell was
a dog.
Ooh.
Right.
And he had Terrence, he had Reggie, Will Kendricks. Will transfer to him, but he was saying that the ideal is if you come watch me play,
you're gonna find somebody else.
Exactly.
Maybe.
And think about how unselfish that is. That's a beautiful thing. So you always look out for people. You've always been like that since I've known you.
Right.
But it's just good to hear that was your mindset even back then.
And the crazy thing is, and this is no offense to none of my teammates, outside of Mandel, we had no other Division I player. Not even could sniff it, a Division I court.
Even if they thought they were.
Maybe Desrick Brooks. And that was more mental than everything. Like, he had super talent. But it was a simple fact that, like, anything can happen. You know what I mean? So they would come watch, and then like I said, my best friend Eric, it would be like 500 things a mail. You know what I mean? So I'll walk into school, it might be a coach walking in the hallway. You know what I mean? I'll be middle class, Texas or Washington will call me. Like, and at a point where it was just like, all right, man, Rutgers is always there.
Okay.
If they brought sneakers, they would bring, okay, this is different. Back then it was a violation. This is different now. Right?
It's past the statute of limitations.
Past it. So they brought me shirts and stuff. They would bring, some of my teammates and friends would have more stuff than I did.
Yeah.
Right? So I love that. You know what I mean? And then the assistant coach that recruited me, he one day came to my house and we was talking, and I just told him, like, I know we're talking, you're recruiting me right now. Technically you're not supposed to be here, but I gotta change my little brother's diaper. I don't care about nothing you talking about. I gotta do this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He sat there, I changed my little brother's diaper. My little brother at the time was for his age, he didn't speak. You know what I mean? He wasn't speaking yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, I did that, and then, I just fell in love with, the assistant coach. I'm from New York City. My grandma was sick, so I just made a decision to go there.
Okay. Before I ask you this question, if NILs was in place,
what are you talking about?
You ready? If NILs was in place and you had gone to Rutgers, what would that look like for you? And what do you think?
Finished top 10 small forwards in the country. I ain't gonna say the other stuff because I know limitations of that. But I think me and my friends right now be all in Benzes.
I asked John Wallace the same thing. He said, Rodney,
he'll probably be up 10 million fresh out of Athena.
That's what he said. That I was like, that's a lot. That's too much for back then.
It is.
He said it would have been a couple million for sure.
Yeah. Especially the stories I know, because me at some point he actually put me under his wing.
Yeah.
The stories I know.
Yeah.
And I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stories I know too. So
yeah.
But I wanted to ask you that because you definitely think it would have been a couple million.
Yeah. I think every camp I would do or anything I would do, it'd definitely be $10,000, $15,000 a camp or a walkthrough for sure.
Yeah, and that's not even including the money that it gave you to come there.
At school, because like I said, my first 2 years of college, if you want to get into that, but we can't, but that was pretty good. So I'd have ran it up on them. I'd have did 9 years of college. I'll still be there right now.
We need you to get out of here, please.
Yeah.
You can't get no more degrees. The 12 you got is already too much.
Yeah, sure.
So you at Rutgers. What was it like playing at Rutgers during the time with Mike Rice being there? And for those who don't know, Mike Rice, Google it, was actually abusive to players. Now, I don't know about the homophobic stuff that they were saying he was doing, slurs or whatever, but I do know he was throwing basketballs at people and cheers and acting just a plum fool. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, what was it like while you were there, and how did that environment affect you and your teammates both on and off the court?
Well, I played for Fred Hill first. He had a brother that coached in the NBA. So he was more of like a player's coach, kind of like an NBA guy. Like NBA coaches, for the most part, let you do your thing. Yeah, if you don't want to be in shape when the season starts, that's your business. You just got to sit on the bench or whatever the case may be. So it was more so like, do your thing. And then eventually when I got comfortable with my first year, it was lit. Nothing, can't nobody tell me. I felt like I was the best freshman. I felt like I was one of the top 5, top 10 players. If I saw you, and I felt like I was slighted coming out of high school, going to Rutgers. So I had a chip on my shoulder anyway. And then I would have New York City people in the crowd anyway. So, and Syracuse didn't offer me. So it's like, y'all didn't offer me. I'm in y'all conference.
Which is crazy because they like big guards. And you was the perfect point guard for them, in my opinion.
I mean, they had my best friend, Brandon Trish. So, you know what I mean? He lived around the corner. His, I think his uncle went there. And Brandon was like
his uncle went there.
Brandon Trish was like that. So, and we were AAU teammates. So it's like, if you offer him, I know you're going to offer me. We're going to go together.
Yeah.
So, when they didn't offer me, they took Mookie Jones, which was my brother. Mookie Jones in high school was unbelievable from Poughkeepsie. You know, I felt disrespected because like John thought they was gonna offer me. He'll tell Boeheim, like, why won't you offer him? Like, you know, I'll go up there with John and John will tell me to leave the office so they can have a conversation. You know what I mean? And Boeheim, anytime Boeheim see me at that, he'll apologize.
Because, man, do you know how crazy it would have been if you went to Syracuse? We'd have been all trucking over there.
For sure. But that was the dream. That was the thing. And I was going to wear 44.
Oh, God. That would have been.
No one knew that. I was going to wear 44. So John used to be in my best friend Eric's house. My mom would get up, cook some Jamaican food. Then we'll go to the gym. Or go to Syracuse. I'll pack my friends up. And, like, I ain't going nowhere to Syracuse or nowhere college-wise if my friends can't go. So we'll have some of my homeboys that don't play basketball, some on the team. We're going there just so they could see Paul Harris and Johnny Flynn and Boeheim. And I wouldn't even go in the locker room. I'll let them go in there and talk to them. Because we raised off Paul Harris. Paul Harris, Johnny Flynn, that's why some of my game is from. So when they offered me, like, I was hurt for sure. And I just had that chip. That's why I played the way I played as a freshman. But like I said, also, like, my friends was up there. My grandma was sick. So Fred Hill let me, when I started to get comfortable, and felt like I was on Dewey again playing, college was easy. You know what I mean? So then I had hand surgery. And at this point, I'm 19. No one around me. I'm pretty sure people thought I was going to be successful, but how fast I was successful, I was 19 years old. Big E's getting 26 points in 26 minutes.
Yeah.
After the game, I'll go work out again or laugh. And you know what I mean? So when I got hand surgery, no one around me was anticipating it to where it was like, yo, bro, you probably go to the NBA right now. Like, no one, we weren't thinking that. Everybody probably thinking like, that's my brother. He nice, he hoop, we know he's going to do that. I didn't even think that. So everybody started transferring. Fred Hill got to some stuff at school. And then Mike Rice came with his staff and they kind of, the assistant coach that recruited me, Coach Carr, was like, yo, you might want to stay here. You don't need to transfer. Because I could have transferred to Florida State or Kansas. Because I had the highest pick and roll percentage, like one of the highest in the country.
And people don't even understand what that really means.
Yeah, like I made the right plays. Yeah, passing percentage was crazy. So they're like, listen, you know, you stay here. We're going to send you the NBA guys, working your jump shot.
Listen, I watched you play it with my son and them in the well, you played with Tyler, right, this year in the league over there. But I seen you just getting so frustrated because cats just don't have a clue how to play the game.
Right. And
so Tyler was talking, he said, man, Dane be getting mad. I said, because if the dude set the pick, he don't know how to roll.
Right.
So he don't drew both men. Instead of just rolling to the basket, all these people do is pick and pop. Every time it's not a pick and pop.
Right.
Like, I don't set you up. You don't even realize it. I said, Tyler, he actually set so-and-so up to just literally get to the basket and lay the ball in. I said, if you don't understand, what Dane is doing is what a real point guard does. He gets the ball to you in a scoring position. You don't have to do any extra work. You just got to do the right thing coming off that pick.
Yeah.
You understand?
I make it real easy to play basketball.
Exactly. That's what I told him. I said, one of the games Tyler played real good. I said, if you go back to that game, how many of those passes that came from Dane and you were in scoring position? He either he's penetrating on purpose to draw your man. Okay. He drops and he kicks it back out to you. Mm-hmm. I said, he's making the game easy for you. And he was like, Dad, I wasn't thinking like that. I was just trying to figure out why he was mad. Yeah, he's mad because people stupid. Like, it's real simple. Yeah. I said, they don't even know how to, matter of fact, they don't even know how to set a pick no more. Most people don't know how to set a pick.
We got time to get in that?
No, but go ahead.
We can't go, all right.
Okay, because I know you might just go off on somebody. But,
we gotta get them numbers.
No, so like, they'll be like, why isn't he doing this, and this? I said, this man is a professional. He's playing with people that have no clue how to play.
Right.
So, you don't understand that he's seeing something that you are not seeing.
Mm.
And he'd be like, Tyler's funny. He said, what you saw? Said the guy, first of all, he didn't set the screen, or I've seen you come up and set a screen for somebody and they don't even use the screen, don't even understand how to use the screen, and don't understand that pick and roll basketball is the most basic. I got a friend of mine, Kendall Anderson. We played together since high school. We played my sons in Charlotte, and I'm like 48. We pick and rolled them to death and beat them.
Right.
And they're like, and Kendall, he was like, man, I can't even play no more. But we literally ran pick and roll every single play and beat the crap out of them. Because the fact that you had the highest pick and roll percentage in the country
as a 19-year-old,
is bananas.
No training before I got the records. I never worked out besides Coach Sullivan. I'm going to give it to him. And that's when I worked out with him twice at Webster Thomas. No 2 workouts. I went to King James and I left King James, the top 10 player in the country. That was the only 2 times I ever worked out with one person in cones ever in high school.
How's that possible?
Because I'm from the era we play outside. We on Dewey inside.
Yeah, but I'm saying, look, I'm not going to be careful what I say because I don't want to talk about no road comments.
I just told you all the old heads, right, didn't pull me to the side and say, bro, we're going to come work out. No one's telling me that.
So when you played on Sundays, because when I played on Sundays, it was a mixture of high school kids.
The capers?
Yeah, and a bunch of grown men.
That's when I got some of the stuff. Like Alan Ray, he went there. I would get some little stuff. But you got to remember, I'm already thinking like, if I'm 17, 18 years old, basketball-wise, I'm already thinking like a 22, 23-year-old. Like I come off a ball screen, he helps. I know right there. Oh, mismatch, go to the big. Push a fast break. Hey, big man, go. Even if he can't score, throw you the ball one time. Because now, defensively, you're going to call out every screen. You're going to rebound, and you're going to give me the ball.
That's right.
I already knew that already. Like, that's just me watching my, honestly, it comes from, it don't have nothing to do with basketball, how to talk to people, how to treat people. It comes from watching my goddad do what he did outside, watch my dad and my mom. That's where it came from. How to treat people, how to talk to people, how to make people feel bigger than life. That's my whole thing about life.
But that's what real leaders do. And that's what, like in basketball, all the point guards and the basketball players you mentioned, those people were doing those things. Yeah. Magic could have always scored 30, 40 points.
Oh, easy.
He proved it even when he was a rookie and had that 42, 15, and 7, when he played against in the finals.
He had to be the center.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't think I couldn't have averaged 40 in high school in Section 5?
Oh, I know you could have.
I'll have layups. Now, I'm spin. No, we're going to get right. Everybody going to eat. We're going to all get a buck. We're all going to eat. I could get 40, but some nights I'll come to school, come to the games. Something happened at home. I'm pissed off. I'm getting 40 tonight and go get 50. Everybody looking at me like, what the? Yeah, I'm only doing this because I had a rough time at home. That's the only time. Other than that, I just told you, if you recruit me, you got to come watch. If you're not coming to watch, do not call me again. St. Bonaventure, anybody. I don't care if you're Duke. Do not call me if you're not coming to watch. But that's my life. I got $50 and we're going to all eat. We're all going to get something to eat.
Yeah.
I've always been like that. I've been out with your kids. I've been out with everybody. No one did that for me here.
And it's crazy because I've always been like that.
But that's why I feel like that's why my grandma taught me that too. I give you some money.
Yeah.
And you go down the street, get some Chinese food. I give you $50. If you come up the street and you're the only person eating with all your friends, I'm smacking the food out your hand.
Yeah.
So I've been like that.
And people are surprised with me. I'm an only child, but I've always been a giver. Like, and it's because my mother already taught me from the beginning, God bless you to be a blessing. Right. And he'll bless those that bless you. But that's why I was telling you off camera that that's how you discern relationships that you should be in, is that if there's not that law of reciprocity, if it's just take, and it's not give and take, those are the relationships you exit from.
I struggled with that.
Yeah.
I think
because you're probably loyal to a fault. Like
it's better. I'm better now, but high school, college, it was bad because I gave so much to where like when it came to a point where I was like, you're probably not gonna get drafted because I tore my knee my last year. No, a lot of people don't know that. Tore my meniscus. I watched people as time went on after my sophomore year. I watched people leave. I'm not gonna say no names. I watched people stop answering the phone, stop giving me advice. Stop everything. Besides, I had a trainer and mentor, Larry Marshall. Like, he trained me. I had no money. He didn't charge me. I worked out 3-4 summers in a row. No money. He didn't ask for anything. I stayed in Jersey. If I came home, he'll call my mom, send him down. He's been there too long. You know what I mean? It was just more so off. He believed in me, the way I treated people around me. And he'll tell me like, yo, why you treat him so good? Like, why do you treat that person so good? Like, you can't see? I'm like, that's my guy. Like, I mean, I'm like that now. I'm better now. Because before, I told my mom like a couple of months ago, and me and my best friend, Eric, always talk about this. And he was probably said, if I was to go to NBA at 19, 20 years old, I'll be broke. My mom would be worse. We good now. Like, she ain't tripping. My mom will go get to it. But if I'd have went to NBA at 19, 20, house and all that, I'll be broke. Because I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it. If you need it, I'm like that now. If you need it, you know, and I love you enough. Even if I don't love you for real, like, you know, if like, bro, I need $100, bro. Something happened. Huh, bro, you got it. I'm going to get it back. I watched my grandma do that. You know what I mean?
But you know, I hope that you get this right here. The currency in those relationships have to be reciprocity.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Always wasn't. Like,
yeah.
Even certain situations with me and Unique, talk about it, and I love her to death. That's why she here.
Well, love her to life. I don't want to go nowhere.
Yeah, for sure. But when we talk about it, like, she'll give me her views, and I'll sit back like, you right. And sometimes I'll still be sitting here like, I don't understand how they cannot talk to me anymore. You just asked me to do this, and I did it for you. But you're not going to talk to me because you feel, you know what I mean? Now, sometimes I still, and that bothers me more than anything.
Well, that's because, and I don't want to get deep right here. Yeah, but
why not? We here.
Well, I'm just saying it's the expectations, but the expectation comes from somewhere else. There's some place in your life where you've dealt with some type of abandonment or rejection, and you know, as a type of person that you are, you wouldn't think that's the case because you know, when you play, to me, like, I just tell the truth, you a dog, like, you about it. I like it. But you really got a loving and compassionate heart. And as a result of it, you're expecting people to do for and to you what you would do. When they don't do it, there's also these things at some point.
It kills me.
Yeah, but you really got to deal with the source instead of, you know, this particular. Yeah. Like, it's something in there like that. And like I said, I don't know you to that degree to know that somewhere in your past you've dealt with some abandonment or rejection. And so you try to make sure you build solid, loving relationships with people. And that sounds like we're being all mushy, but it's just the plain truth, because I even see how you and my son, like, y'all don't got tight like that. But Rodney is the same way you are.
He's the same way.
Exactly. And he used to be like, Dad, I don't understand why and now I'm a little different. I'll be like, man, I can't say what I'll be saying, but like, he even, you know, he had an incident with a young lady, and I just played a Snoop Dogg song and just walked off. And he was like, seriously, Pastor? I was like, well, let him hoes.
Right.
I was just like, if there's not reciprocity, if that currency is not being exchanged, you just got to be able to walk away. Man, my wife just passed in January. You know, it's so many people that I've walked away from since January, because life has a way of pressing people in a way where they show who they really are. And when they show you who they are, you have to believe it. You have to believe it. And don't have no expectations from people. That way you can't be disappointed. And that's the hardest part. When you love like that, and I'm saying I've been there, you expect people, man, if Unique can tell you just from being around me, if you knew how many people that I've loved, blessed, and done some stuff, so many things for, have crapped on me, or they tried to crap on me. I move out the way though. But I just know people. They're takers and givers. And the truth of the matter is, you got to be able to discern the difference. And if you always giving, you have to understand how to walk away and separate from that. You just got to. Now, somebody watching this may not think that you're that type of person, because they only see you when they see you. Because one thing about you that I've learned is you ain't hanging everywhere. You ain't with everybody.
No, they think I'm cocky, arrogant, because I'm quiet and I'm only around. I'm a loner too. I don't gotta be around nobody.
I'm the same way. I enjoy my company.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Like you bored?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could be bored.
Yeah, like I'm a reader. Like, when people look at me and they actually get to know me, they're like, wait, you read? You listen to R&B music all day? Yeah, I do that. Oh, you don't do this? No, I don't do that. I mean,
That's funny. I just was up to 6 o'clock in the morning listening to R&B music all night.
Dude, if you come watch me work out, that's all I listen to. Before the games, all I listen to. Like, they used to make fun of me. Like, bro, who listening to Sierra in here? Me. Who listen to Whitney Houston? Me. You know what I mean? So,
like, you getting hyped off of that?
yeah, and I'll go get a triple dub off of Whitney Houston and Celine Dion. Stop playing with me. You feel me? But, but when people, I think it was just the perception. And like I said, I came out of nowhere. I'm a New York City kid in Rochester, and I'm already the best player. It's off rip. People used to tell me, like, if I said some names, she'll look at me like I'm crazy. Oh, I don't like him. Why you don't like me? I ain't like the way he shook the Edison coach's hand. I don't care. Bro, all right. Oh, man. The way he walk in the gym. I don't know y'all. I'm about to play basketball. I'm not coming in here. First of all, we don't come from the same walks of life. Like, you know, people be like, oh, yeah, my family was in the streets. Yeah, y'all family probably was in the streets, but mine was for real.
Well, the thing about it is when people talk about anybody who got real sense, that's not something to brag on.
That's not nothing to brag about, and I never did it like my best friend Eric. He didn't. We'll talk about certain stuff when we was kids, right? But I kept it. I'm not too much of a. This is the most talking I'll really do for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But outside of playing around all day, like I play around all day. But he seen it when he actually went to my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Mandel seen it when they went to my neighborhood. Like, oh, okay. But your mom is. Yeah, I told y'all. Look at her.
Yeah.
That Jamaican lady don't be playing. You feel me? So that's where I got it from. And I'm real life. You're a kid. You stay in a kid's place. If adults talking, I got nothing to do with mind your business. So I've always been like that. Even now, the conversations, if two people's talking, it has nothing to do with me. I'm not asking nothing unless yo, Dane, what you think?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the one I'm gonna be biased. I'm biased. Whether you're my friend and family or not, you wrong. Or yo, you should have did that. Or you should have did this. Because I want you to tell me the same thing.
Yeah.
You feel me? So.
But you know, most people nowadays, they don't want people to tell the truth.
No, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong.
No, I'm just telling you that this is even from a scriptural perspective. In Isaiah 30:10, it talks about tell the seers to stop seeing, tell the prophets to tell us lies, tell us good things. People want you to tell them good things. They don't want you to tell them the truth. Mm-hmm. People are so offended by the truth, but that's the reason why a lot of people are not growing and becoming better, because they don't want to hear the truth. Mm-hmm. You can't be a better man. You can't be a better athlete. You can't be a better nothing if people don't tell you the truth and you're not able to receive it and apply it. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem. That's the reason why there's so many kids that you and I may know that could play at the next level, but they cannot handle the truth. Right. There's so many kids that could play the next level, but they can't handle the truth. Your grades absolutely suck. And you need to go to school, shut up, and do what you got to do. Mm-hmm. Like, they don't realize that you got to Rutgers not just because of basketball, because you also had to be able to be trusted to go to class. You know what I'm saying? And do the work. And he made a face. But Division I players, they don't do no work anyway. But anyway. But for the most part, you have to have character.
For sure.
You have to be a character person. And I used to tell my boys this too. I was like, if you just do all the little stuff and wait around, you're going to get your opportunity because somebody going to blow it.
That's why Ronnie's going to probably be an NBA coach and he's going to make everyone mad. But his character is unbelievable. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that because you're his dad. But like you said, the stuff I said to him, I ain't know you and I don't even know them.
Yeah.
You'll come work out because I see it. You feel me? I'm a character person. Like, everyone's flawed. Yeah. Right? But, like, that's why I have the people I have in here with me now. Like, their character's unbelievable. And I could count on them. They could count on me at the furthest extent. Like, they could count on me. Absolutely not.
I know you're telling the truth about Rodney after what I've seen out in Vegas. And I'm always constantly telling them that you got to understand what jealousy is. You know.
I would know.
Well, look at the word jealousy. The first part of it, ja. In the French, that means I. And then right in the middle of it is the word lousy. So when people are jealous, they're really saying, I feel lousy.
Facts.
And they feel lousy. So as a result of it, now one scripture says jealousy is as cruel as a grave. I feel lousy and I feel so bad about myself. I wish you was dead and I could take your place.
Yeah. I've had close friends literally make the worst stuff up about me. And y'all my brothers.
They ain't really your brothers, because brothers are born for adversity. The cats that you in the trench, when it gets real bad and they still there, those are your brothers. That's how you can decipher the difference between the two. People, when it gets tight, when you no longer can give them money, when you no longer can give, and they just kind of wrote that those cats were never your friends anyway.
Hey, listen, he's here, right? There's times when, like, I I come from my season or whatever, I go to my mom's crib. Like, I would literally, you know, go to his crib. Like, yo, bro, you can stay here for however you want, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm like, all right, bro, I appreciate it. Like, I no money or nothing. Like, yo, bro, you good. Like, I got the meal or whatever. And not his kids love me. Like, we're not real live brothers, but like his kids call me Uncle Dane, like stuff like that. Like, you feel me?
No, y'all are like brothers.
Yeah,
I just told you, brothers are born for adversity.
Sure.
The cats that are with you in the trenches when it gets real bad and they're still there when everything is over, those are your real friends. Those are your real brothers. I don't have any natural blood brothers.
I don't even know mine. Yeah. My older brother, I don't even know him.
Yeah.
Like, he told me off rip when I was a young kid, I don't like you. All right, cool, bet, bro. I'll go home. I'll go back to my mom, bro. Don't worry about it, bro.
See, I just told Rodney this about you a few weeks ago. I said, Dane, in excuse my terminology, I said Dane is on his last leg of playing basketball. And he said, you think so? I said, yeah, because he got other stuff in life he got to do. There's a bunch of other people got to bless in a different way. I said, but I've been praying, and I said, he's about to get a couple contracts that's going to set him right. And I said, it's going to happen because he's a character person. So God has to honor that. So apparently you just got a deal. Rodney called me. He was all excited. He said, Dad, I don't know what you was on, but I'm telling you, this thing that just worked out for him is crazy. I said, but I'm telling you, it's going to be something crazier than that, where he'll call you, and especially after you hear me what I'm saying today, you'll call me, and we talking about the kind of money that changes your grandkids' life, their kids' life. It's about to come. Like, it's this season right here that you're getting ready to go into is so important because you're about to get this next deal that's going to fix everything for real. But it's the character. When I was out there in Vegas and I brought your name up and Hazard was sitting there, he was like, oh, that's my guy. I love him. And he just started going on and on. See, what happens is you find out who people are when you're not around. What a cat saying about you when you're not around. You know what I'm saying? And that meant everything to me. One, we went to Rush Henrietta. So we have a brotherhood, especially those of us who got some sense. We got a brotherhood. We always, in my opinion, I want to see everybody that come out of Rush or Rochester, period. I want to see them do well. I was like that even when Charles used to box. People used to be tripping. Like, he's from the Rock. He's the first and only world champion we ever have. Why are you hating?
It's Rochester.
Why are you hating on John?
It's Rochester.
Why are you hating on Isaiah?
It's Rochester.
Why are you hating on Jalen?
It's Rochester.
Why are you hating? You hating on Thomas?
It's Rochester.
You hating on these kids that came out of Rochester. We already know how hard it is to get seen and noticed here. And every time somebody gets seen and noticed here, we should celebrate them. So my thing is, I'm not going to be a part of the hate crew because I know my blessing is to rejoicing with them that rejoice. But I just told them that. When I said it, you looked at them and you started smiling. But I'm telling you, also, the next kind of money you're about to get is because you've gone through the process now and God knows he can trust you with it. You said yourself, if you'd have got that money at 19,
I'll be broke.
You'd be broke.
My mom's struggling.
He know he can trust you with it. It's coming. And you're so unassuming. You ain't riding around here in no flashy cars. You're not trying to wear no chains and show off. You understand what I'm saying? Like you said, I come here, chill at my mama house, and then I go back and play ball across seas or do whatever I'm going to do.
I wear my brother's clothing line, Lucci. Cop it.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You sure as I'm telling you this, and I'm praying for you to stay healthy.
Appreciate you.
And to have a giant of a season. And I seen you been working on that jumper. Rodney been yelling at you. Keep that elbow tucked.
Keep it tucked.
Keep it tucked. One thing that we can do is shoot that ball. I don't know if you've ever seen me shoot the ball. I can shoot the ball.
You always trying to play 50 for some money, but you're a pastor. I don't want to take your money.
You're not going to take it. No, you shouldn't even have said that because we can leave right now.
I don't want no problems.
No, look, seriously. Don't do that. Don't do that.
As you take that money, I'll make that phone call to get it back. You hear me?
Oh, no, I don't know who you calling, but my father was a pimp and spent 30 years in prison. You want me to call him too?
No, I want no problem.
See, that's what happened. Like, people they don't know my background. People, they assume all these different things. My father was a pimp in the 70s. My father sold dope. My father did about 30 plus years of prison in his lifetime. So people just assume all these different things, but I was blessed. Like, one of the things that I was able to do is, and I really believe this, God would always send people in your life to take you from one point of destiny to the next. So I was always blessed with great men, and I was able to recognize the capers. I was able to recognize a Reed, and if you can recognize the people he's sending, you can ascend into those next places of life. But most people can't recognize it because we're so busy being angry and so busy being, cocky and arrogant. So to say you're cocky and arrogant is crazy because you're listening to a Tim Jackson, you're listening to a Coach Reed, you're listening to a Capers, and you're taking these things and applying them. So you're not really arrogant or cocky. You're not what people want you to be. So because you don't fit into their box, they're not comfortable with you.
If it wasn't for Mr. Capers, Dan Wachowski, Coach Reed, John for the time he's around, my uncle, Uncle Junior, Mr. Edmond, I'll call him Mr. Edmond. It wasn't for them and Uncle Johnny, he passed away in cancer, but it wasn't for those men just giving me the little gems, or even just some men that was around that give me little gems, like, I don't know. Like, as much as my mom tried, like, and stuff like that, and like I said, the people from my neighborhood tried, like, wasn't for those few people, I can't tell you I'll probably be saying it, but it'd be a whole different conversation, probably behind the glass, because I come from a culture where, especially living in California, a gang banging culture. Like, my friends I love them to death. Or if they was watch this, I love them.
We're gonna get you to say "love them to life" one day.
Yeah,
because
right there, gang.
Unique should have told you, "Love me to life, please."
Yeah, there is a gang banger culture.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I already know. I got friends from LA.
I was 12 years. I was 12 years old. We was in the Hot Boys.
Yeah,
like, so the stuff that's why I didn't play sports, because the stuff I was into living in New York City, like a 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds shouldn't be doing. You feel me? So I always tell my mom, playing around, thank you for moving me here, because I probably would have. I know what I was telling people when I moved here, what I wanted to be. What you want to do? Oh, what I want to do. Like, you see him, you heard him laugh. The first thing I said, yo, what you want to do? Everybody's telling, I want to play in the NFL. I want to play basketball. I'm looking at them like, NBA, NFL. Dane, what you want to do? I want to be a kingpin. I was 11 when I said that.
Boy, I'd have slapped you so hard.
No, but I understand, but I was being honest. Like,
no, you was being honest.
I was really being honest. Like, me and my friends growing up, I never stepped foot in the church. Religion never was a thing. You feel me? So I was figuring it out when I moved here. Like I think, and my grandmother raised me how she raised me. Like, I think losing my grandmother, like, if we go back to college, like losing my grandmother, and then I lost my dad as a junior, that was like the toughest thing.
Wait a minute.
Like, that was like the toughest thing, to be totally honest. Like, and just being vulnerable right now, like, the dad part, I kind of got over, you know.
Let me ask you this question. Why are you saying the dad part? Do you understand why your dad wasn't in your life?
What?
Like he should have been?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I wasn't one of them kids. Like, oh man, I wish my dad was around to watch me play. My dad was outside. Like,
no, I'm saying, but do you understand, like, really why?
Yeah, I felt like it was something that was supposed to happen to get me where I need to be. Because who knows if I had a dad like you?
Yeah.
I'd probably be, not talking about nobody else, but I'd probably be lazy. Oh, man, I ain't going to the gym today. You tripping.
Oh, no, you wouldn't have been.
I don't know what I mean? But when I was in college.
That's Jabari over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he know. I work my kids like a dog.
No, not yeah. But every dad isn't like that.
Yeah.
Every dad's not like that.
See, my thing was, if I ask you, what do you want to do? And you say to me, I want to play basketball.
We're gonna push them to do it.
Yeah. Don't tell me you want to play
and not really do it.
Every
dad's not like that, though.
Yeah, but see, my father wasn't around. I thank God my father wasn't around.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I have flashes in my life. I grew up in a projects here called the Gateway. It don't exist anymore. It's they call it Erie Harbor or something now over on Mount Hope Avenue. I watched tons of people get killed. I don't like to even talk about it, but I caught myself selling drugs for a little bit. Mm-hmm. My mom was no joke. My mom would come beat me off the block with a pole.
Oh, yeah.
So I call myself doing all those things. But if my dad had been around, he used to take me with him as a kid to rob houses. So what was he already doing? He was already taking what was already in me naturally, and he was feeding it. So I know I'd have been a mess. So I always realized that he was just the person that God used to get me here, but he was not the person that's supposed to take me forward into destiny.
Right.
And so I'm not bitter. I'm not upset. I'm actually grateful that he listened and left.
Right. I had an amazing dad, though. Like,
so that's a blessing.
Yeah,
but I'm just,
amazing. You know what I mean? Not to cut you out, like, unbelievable. He was just, a Jamaican dude in the 90s and 2000s, outside. But Last time I seen him alive was Madison Square Garden. And somehow he ended up in Spike Lee's seat. It's the first time he ever saw me play. My mom is behind the bench. Everybody's behind the bench. And he was in Spike Lee's seat. Courtside, played North Carolina, Harrison Bar, had a good game. And we had a conversation and he was trying to give me some money. And it wasn't anything crazy that would have did anything for me. And I told him, like, just keep it, bro. Like, just for you come to the game, that's done enough.
Yeah.
And I said, the way you repay me for whatever you thought or think you didn't do, I have a little brother on his side. Everything you didn't do with me, do it for him. That's how you repay me. Welcome to school.
That's that giver in you.
Yeah. When he started to do that, bro, you paid me back. For however years you didn't see me play in high school, nothing, you paid me back. That was my guy, man. That's why now, like, I make sure juniors on back of every jersey. I'll play no games with my name. You play with my name, that's when because it's him. It's him. He was a man.
So your son, what's your son name?
Hunter.
Okay. And how old is he?
Chance Miller. 13. Basketball player.
Are you a different father than what you experienced and had?
I think it's different because we do the same thing.
Okay.
So the conversation is different. Like, he could tell, I could tell him what you're going to. You're tall, you're handsome, you're decent at basketball. This is going to happen. This is what they're going to say to you. This is what coach is going to say to you, et cetera, et cetera. What my dad is, you feel me? Like, what you going to tell me about a ball screen? Now, if I call you and say, yo, he keep playing with me, this is what I'm going through, I might do this. Put some gloves on if you, or this is how you talk to your mom because I know your mom. All right, cool. For me, so it's different.
Yeah.
You feel me? Now, going to the situation with my grandmother, that's who helped my mom raise. That's who helped raise me. I haven't recovered from that, losing my grandmother. Like that, I think that's probably the worst thing that ever. Watching her lose the knowledge of knowing who's in front of her.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I think that was the toughest thing for me.
Wow. On the next episode of the Truth Podcast.
I'm building, Brother Rodney. I'm building back here. I'm building down there. I ain't got all the money. This is a $10-20 million project. I don't have all the money, but guess what I do have? I got my faith. I got my faith in God that he's going to do all that he said he's going to do. The money's coming. Hey, I'm about to run away from you tonight, boy, because the money about to chase me down this road. I had to put the road in, Brother Rodney.
You had to put the road in so you could run down and then praise him.
Do you hear what I'm saying, brother? So
yes,
you
sir.
think about it.
So you got me fired up. I feel like one of myself.
I would have loved to dress up for you. But when you're doing the doggone thing, you're not trying to impress people. What you're trying to do is just show God that I'm a good steward.